All right, we're going to start with some calf stretches. Go ahead and come on up to standing. You want to find somewhere that you can have your heel planted and prop your toe up. So against the doorway, against a desk. We're going to extend, kind of sinking into this. We're looking to feel a nice stretch here in the back of the lower leg and the back of the calf. Shoulders back and down, sinking in. Keep that leg nice and extended. Once it starts to release, if you'd like, you can just very gently start to push the knee forward and then extend the leg back out. So you're going to just gently bring the knee forward and extend. You just feel it in a little bit different part of the calf, between 3 and 5 times there. And then when you're ready, go ahead and switch sides. Heel down, toe up, sinking into it. Sometimes this one's a little bit easier if you still have your shoes on. You can start and have those shoes on for this. Helps you get a little bit more friction against the side that you have the toe propped up on. And then again, with the leg nice and extended, if I want to go a little bit deeper into that stretch or change it up where I feel it, I'll just ever so gently push that knee forward and extend the knee back out. So send it forward and extend. And one more time, just gently move that kneecap forward, heel still stays down, and then extend it back out. Very good. Go ahead and come off of that. Next, we're going to balance, or feel free to support yourself, lifting up, picking one leg up, and we're going to roll those ankles around. So it's a good balance exercise as well as loosen up through that ankle. Shoulders back and down, standing tall here. And don't let this hip kick out. Keep pulling everything up, keeping the hips nice and balanced. And then when you're ready, go ahead and start to rotate the other side. Keep those shoulders pulled back, standing tall, smile. Very good. Going to release that foot down. Same thing, other side. Place the foot, lift up to the midline, shoulders back, coming up to that one leg, and ankle rolls. Lifting those toes up, rolling them around. Very good. And then switch directions when you're ready. Up and around the other way. Good job. Keep lifting up to that midline. Hips stay level. Very good. And release. All right. Next, toes pointing straight ahead. You're going to just get a little bend into the hips. Feel free if you want to like support on a desk or on your thighs. Somewhere that you can just kind of lean back, lift all your toes up off the ground, lifting back onto the heels. Okay. So I'm on a soft surface on the heels, activating what's called your tibialis anterior, the muscle in the front of the shin. Just getting it to strengthen a little bit, lifting it up, relaxing down, lifting up, relaxing down. Anywhere from 20 to 30 times here. I'm not counting, but we'll go another 10 or so. Up, 2, 3, and especially if you're in this bent over position like I am a bit here, just holding strong in your midline, nice flat back. So I'm going to start to get some activation of those smaller muscles in the front of the shin. There you go. A few more. Up, down, up, and relax. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and circle those hips around after that. So shoulders back and circle through the hips. Just gently loosen up the side body, the hips here. 2 to 3 times one way, and then take it the other direction. From here, we're going to go into some calf raises. So starting to wake up the back of the leg a little bit more, get some good strength there. So this is a good one to just have a little bit of balance with. What we're going to do, you can start by double toes. So lifting up, pushing through your big toes, just lifting those heels off the ground. Up and pause. You can also think about squeezing the glute as you lift. Very good. We're going to go about 30 seconds here. Nice and smooth. Push that big toe down as you lift up. Fantastic. Eyes looking straight ahead. Again, pushing through that big toe. Fire the glutes. Starting to build those calves. Very good. About 10 more seconds. All right, and relax there. Next, we're going to come back to some calf raises, but first we're going to open up the hip flexors a little bit more. Go ahead and take your left leg. You're going to step it forward, and then right leg steps back. You're just going to have a wide enough base stance here that front heel can stay planted, and we don't let that knee drive forward over the toes. From here, reach up to overhead, lifting through your chest. Now you're just going to very gently start to shift the hips forward, squeeze the glute of this back hip. So lifting up, we're really looking to open up through the hip flexors of the front body here. And then once you're lifting the chest nice and tall, you can go ahead and start to add a little side bend to it. So straight on, it looks like this. Lift, hips push forward, fire that glute of the trail leg, and then taking it to the side. Breathe in, back to center, lifting up out of those hips, fire that glute as you push the hips forward and bending to the side. Good job. Let's go 2 to 3 more. Lift, side bend. Breathe in, taking it down. Last one. Very good. Go ahead and shake out those arms. Switching legs. Now your left foot steps back, and you're welcome to be far enough back to just set that heel down on the ground. And then again, front shin, nice and vertical. My carpet square is not quite ideal here. So find a good positioning here. Reaching those arms up to overhead to start. Lifting through the chest, lifting up out of the hips. Fire the back hip forward, pushing it forward. Looking to fire that glute. Lifting up, shift it forward, squeeze the bum of that back leg. And once you open towards the front, now we'll add that side bend. Breathe in as you come back to neutral, and then lifting up, shift the hip forward, bending to the side. Breathe, reach, shift the hip. Good. Couple more, and I'm just kind of holding on to my wrist of the opposite hand, just giving it a little gentle pull. Help encourage that stretch up into the front of the torso. You may feel it in the side of the body. All that's interconnected to your low back and different parts of the body. Come out of there. All right, from here, we're gonna go back to our calf raises. You can either stick with the 2 feet if you're kind of building into this, or we're gonna go to a single leg. So pick the foot you wanna start on or stay on 2. Shoulder back, 2, 1, here we go. Push that big toe down, up, pause, and release. Good. Try to fire that glute of the trail leg. We go upwards of 15 here. Yep. And anytime you kind of feel yourself losing the power of pushing down to that big toe, go ahead and rest. Otherwise, a couple more. Up, down, pushing off, fire in the backside, fire in that glute, and release. Very good. Just a little hip rock in between. Again, stretching out the sides of the hips, pushing it to one side, pushing it to the other. Not anything significant, just very gently. Get a little side to side rock there. And then when you're ready, same thing, opposite side, or stick with that double leg if that's what you feel most comfortable with. Shoulders back, coming up on 1, whenever you're ready. Pushing that big toe down, either single leg or double. So our last little bit here of the calf raises. Try to pause the top. Remember to fire that glute. Give about 10 more seconds. There you go. 2, 1, and relax. Fantastic. So you can either stick with that calf stretch where you put the toe against the side of a surface, or if you want to go in a little bit deeper, and if you happen to have like a step stool or a pair of stairs nearby, then let's go ahead and utilize that. So we can drop the heel off the edge. So I'm going to come on up to my step stool. Make sure one foot is mostly to the front so you don't tip back. And then from here, I'm going to drop the heel off the back and just let that heel sink down below the surface. So you get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Heel drops down, shoulder blades back, and then same idea that we did earlier. You can extend the knee and then just ever so slightly drop that knee in and forward. Extend it back out, lower it down and in. Couple more, extend it out, in. Let's go last one. Heel stays low and knee drops in. Very good. Go ahead and come on up. Same thing other side. Remember, if you're on a step stool especially, make sure that front foot is forward enough. I'm going to drop that heel down, gently bend the knee in, and extend back out. Gently bend that knee in, extend. Good job. Couple of times more. In and back. Fantastic. Go ahead and come off that step stool if that's what you're using. Place that out of the way. And now we're going to start to warm up some squatting. So this is a great time. If you want to hold on to something for support, we call it a squat sit. If you're good without support, just reach those arms out. So place the feet about hip width apart. holding on as you'd like, and then sit the hips back, pushing the knees out, keeping that chest tall. And you really want to focus to keep your heels down on the ground. You can use the upper body as needed. Pull yourself up and forward, with or without holding on with the arms. Knees push out, hips go back, chest stays tall. Drive those feet into the floor to stand. Very good. 1 to 3 more. I'm going to take you through 3 more total, but you do what works for you. Back and down, push your feet into the ground to stand, and good control, sinking back and all the way up. Fantastic. From here, you're welcome to repeat that hip flexor stretch that we did there, or as able, we're going a little bit deeper into the quad stretch now, lifting up through that hip, look to grab that foot, and we're trying to pull the heel towards the glute, keeping the leg nice and level here, so not letting it twist around or anything, just straight on. And we're going to hold this for about 20 more seconds. So shoulders back. We don't want to get into this position, so lifting up, holding level. You can practice your balance here if you'd like. 10 more seconds. Great time to smile. Create a positive relationship with stretching your body. And go ahead and release. Fantastic. Shake that out. So if you're doing that standing hip flexor stretch, you'll step it back. As long as you're able to grab that foot, please focus on that unless it gives you any kind of trouble here. Pulling the heel towards the glute. 20 seconds here. Whenever we're stretching, we want it to be a gentle stretch where you can just breathe and gradually encourage your body into new ranges of motion. If you're stretching to the point that you want to grimace and, just kind of fight it, you're probably stretching a little bit too intensely. So go ahead and back off of that. All right, go ahead and relax that leg down, shake it out. We're going to go back for another set of squats. So walk the feet back out about hip width apart, eyes looking straight ahead. Feel free to hold on to support. That typically will help people to get a little bit deeper if they can support the upper body. Drive through your feet, coming tall. Upwards of 4 more, sinking back, eyes up, chest up. If you can, pause down there on the bottom, still staying engaged, sinking back, knees drive wide, and up. Fantastic. 1 to 2 more. Controlling down, standing tall. Fantastic. We're going to give a little love to the upper body and then finish with some work on the hips. So first what we're going to do, I'll lower my box back down to a little bit lower station. And you're going to go ahead and support onto a desk or a countertop. We're going to get some rotational work to the upper body. So take your outstretched arm. It's my left hand. I'm going to reach it towards my right knee. And then I'm going to kind of fan my arm up and allow my back leg to pivot. I'm going to peer up towards the hand, rotating through. Again, reaching down, reaching towards the opposite knee. Reaching up, rotate, pivot that back leg, but follow your hand with your gaze. Down and in. Upwards of 5 times here, just really opening the body. Breathe in to close. And exhale as you open. Make sure you lift it up out of that bottom shoulder as well. Breathe in, close it down, up. Last one. Very good. Go ahead and move my box again. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, only I'm going to go to a chair this time. Just to balance it out. All right, so place that left hand down. Now we're going to take the right hand. Again, reaching towards the opposite knee. Up, pivot, follow with your gaze. Really take your time. You should notice that your body allows you to just gradually open a little bit more each time. I'm pivoting the foot on the left as I just very gently kind of fan through. Nice wide reach of the hand, spreading the hand, even reaching that wrist back. Couple more. Breathe in as you close. Exhale as you lift and open. And down and relax. All right, fantastic. Behind the back stretch. So you can grab a scarf or a rope as needed. Otherwise, if you can interlace the fingers, go ahead and interlace those fingers, extend those arms out. Watch to not go sway back here. So ribs down, lifting those arms. And now you can either stay here or root down into your legs and then send those hips back, bowing forward, pulling the arms up to overhead. And we really want to try to target the breathing in the back of the rib cage. So breathe, trying to expand that rib cage. Exhale, one more, holding strong in the legs and midline. Exhale, and then as you release, tuck the hips under, coming on up and releasing those arms. All right, fantastic. Last little bit here, we're gonna come down to a seated position. Give the hips a little love. All right, so seated position, we're gonna go glute stretch first. Come to the edge of the chair. Let's start with your right leg. You're gonna grab your shin, pull it up towards your body, and then you're gonna take that foot and cross it over the opposite leg. And now you can use that left leg to kind of pivot around and use your upper body as well. Sit tall, and we're pulling the knee in towards the opposite side of the body, looking to target this outer hip area here. So shoulders back and down. Great time to go ahead and close those eyes. We're gonna hold about another 10 seconds here. Nice deep breath. As you exhale, try to allow those shoulders to kind of go back and down. And let's go ahead and release. Same thing, other side. Coming to the edge of the chair. Lift that foot up, cross it over the opposite foot best you can, and then sit nice and tall. Hug that knee in, pulling it towards the opposite leg, and looking to target this outer glute area, outer hip area on your left. Good job. I'm gonna hold about another 15 seconds or so. And just again, feel free. So if you've been looking at screens for a large part of your day, close those eyes, give the eyes a break from staring at the screens. Deep breath in, exhale, try to keep those shoulders relaxed down. Once more. And release. Good job. Coming out of that, you can either repeat that if that was really stiff for you, or we're going to go a little bit deeper into the hips with our figure four. So back to your first leg, looking to pull that foot up and above the opposite knee, and then sitting nice and tall here, allowing this outer knee to start to relax down. And just depending upon where you're at with your mobility, just sitting tall just like this might really do the trick. You might feel it nice and deep in there. If you don't feel a whole lot just yet, you can just gently lean forward, and you can even put your hand on the same side knee. Just give a little gentle overpressure here. Again, we don't want to be grimacing. We want it to be gentle. And breathing. Let's go another 10 seconds. Feel free to close the eyes. Encourage that area of the body to relax. And let's go ahead and come up out of that. Fantastic. Same thing, other side. Pull the foot up, looking to place it above the knee of the opposite leg. Sit tall and let that knee relax down. If you'd like, a little bit of overpressure, same side hand on the knee. Only if it allows it to stay nice and gentle. Shoulders back and down. We're going to go another 15 seconds here. Okay, smooth breathing. And just notice anywhere that you have tension in the body, invite it to relax. And then come out of that. All right, fantastic. Feel free if you want to call it there, or for a bonus, let's go ahead and come on back up to our feet, and we're going to do one more set of squats, and then we'll call it a session. Remember, if you're doing quite a bit of walking, especially if you're walking up and down hills, your quads are working a lot to kind of break you on that downhill. So these squats help keep the knees open, the hips and ankles open, and just help to keep those joints nice and healthy. So set those feet about hip width apart, sending the hips back, tall chest, and standing smooth. Very good. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And up. A few more. And I always do this. I said that was the last one, but one thing more I want to add in is just one final toe touch. Reaching down for our toes, saying hello to those hamstrings a little bit more before we conclude, if you're still here with me. And up. All right, fantastic. So toes pointing straight ahead, just a little bend in those knees, hand on the thighs. We're going to do what's called a Jefferson curl. Chin into the chest, pull that belly button in as you slide the hands down the thighs, down the shins. Just kind of finding where your bottom position is, and then holding strong in your legs. They're not hyperextended, but just enough that you can feel the stretch in the back side of the leg. Allow your head to be heavy. Holding strong in your midline. And we're breathing into the back. Once more. And when you're ready, push through your legs, tuck those hips under, make your way on up to the top. Fantastic. Anything else your body's asking for? Kind of move those arms around, reaching up. Just start to notice your body more and more, what it's asking for. Your body likes to move periodically throughout the day. So the more you move, the better your body's going to feel. All right, have some fun on the trails and look forward to seeing you next time.